I'd like to call this meeting of the Wythe County Planning Commission to order for the January 2013 session. We do have a quorum and would like to move forward with the December minutes. If everyone will review those, and are there any additions or corrections to the minutes?
I move we approve.
It has been properly moved by Mr. Midcalf
I'll second.
and seconded by Mr. Carter that we approve the minutes as presented. Is there any further discussion? Being none, we shall proceed to vote. All those in favor of the minutes as presented signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Our first order of business would be the subdivision plat report on page 1. Is it just the fact that there's not been a lot of activity? There's just one, basically partial page? Okay. I knew it'd been slow, just didn't realize it'd been that slow. Is there any, being that there's just one page to the plat report, any questions? Being none, we shall proceed on to the review of staff report on minor, family, and lot revisions. This time I'll turn it over to Mr. Bear on page 2, the Robinson minor subdivision.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The three we have to go over today are the three that you just reviewed. There are no full plats that were above the minor requirement for you all to review. We have a lot line revision, a boundary, and a family division. The first one being the Robinson tract. This is the tract that you all may recognize. You all did a variance request at a previous meeting for this plat. And the recommendation from the Planning Commission was that they prepare a plat showing these changes and showing these statements for the variance request. The Robinsons prepared that plat, and pretty straightforward. There were no lot line revisions. It was just the setbacks, and your variance request was that stipulation no permanent building footers be located on the setback area. That was relatively straightforward. If there's no questions on that one, I'll go on to the next one.
Any questions from commission members? Proceed, Mr. Bear.
The next one is the Taylor family subdivision. A little bit confusing to look at. There are several lines in there. But basically, the new lot that you see was a family subdivision lot created, served by the 20-foot right-of-way that you see to the lower left of the drawing to Route 94. This lot was been conveyed to a daughter. The residual they kept is the property fronting on 94, coming up, circling this lot on the west, across the north, and then coming back in behind it on the east. It does look different, being that it is a family division, though. Your only requirement is the lot being conveyed has a 20-foot right-of-way to a state-maintained road, and that you're not leaving any other residual lots other than just the parent tract. There are, as you see, other lots to the north there, and actually to the northeast where the vicinity map is, there's 2 more lots up there, so this is sort of in line with the rest. I think Mr. Wright actually did the survey on the 2 lots to the northeast back in about 2004 or so up in there. So it's a lot of family divisions is what I would call it that have been done back in this area.
Is this, help me out, it's on Route 94, is this the old part or the new part?
This is the old part. It's within sight distance of the Pentecostal church, the big brick church on the left. If you want to,
On the left, okay,
if you're going towards Ivanhoe.
Yes,
If you go across Lots Gap Road,
yes,
come out on 94, you actually turn to the left. Back towards Fort Chisholm.
okay, all right. I know.
That's the one they just put the new garage for the fresh park
It's beside that.
beside it.
Yeah, it's towards the church.
Okay, any other questions? Mr. Bear, moving forward.
All right, the final one is a Jewel Family Limited Partnership, and I'm going to ask you to turn to page 4A.
It's on the back side of,
It's on the back side of it, yes. That is the original layout of this property with all these different tax parcels that you see. What you see on the first page is the revised, after the lot line revision, the 6 lots that are left. What you see on the third page is those 6 lots with the meets and bounds description on them. So you've got lots with frontage on, I can't remember the little, there's a little road that runs over to Danner.
Walton Turner.
Well, no.
Oh, no. Is it Apache?
Apache. You got some on Apache Road. You've got frontage coming out on the maybe a touch on the 52 section right there. Then you've got frontage on 94 to the south, and then Walton Furnace Road to the southwest over there.
And also Lots Gap Road.
Lots Gap Road as well. So basically just a re-subdivision from all those previous parcels into these parcels. Each lot obviously is of adequate size. They're very large tracts, as you see. Lot 3 there in the middle is 367 acres.
all right, so on the first, it's, the first drawing is what they're going to, right?
Yes.
They're vacating the little lots on the second page.
Drawing. Yes.
Okay. And what's the third page?
The third page, if you notice, the first page does not have any meets and bounds descriptions. That is just sort of
Okay.
a sketch
All right,
of what
all
the
right,
final looks like.
right,
The third page actually shows you the meets and bounds descriptions, the roads that it fronts on.
okay,
The Lot 5 to your far northeast. That's up along the area where Apache and 52 comes back together near Food Country,
oh, yeah,
right there. That's where you are there. The Lot 4 with the little sliver that runs out to the northeast, fronts on Apache Road. Lot 3, the big lot, fronts all the way over on Lots Gap Road. Then to your southwest is Lot 1, which fronts on Walton Furnace Road, and then you can see it has a small strip that runs between the previously subdivided lots. It comes down to Route 94. And then lot number 2 fronts on 94 as well.
that, forgive me for my ignorance, but lot 3, isn't that a lot of mountain?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay, any other questions, observations, thoughts?
Mr. Chairman, I would point out, since I'm very familiar with this,
Evidently.
Behind your house.
there's a lot of existing slivers that were left over or back when you could, well, I guess on 94, you'll see there's a lot of 20-foot slivers that come down.
Mm-hmm.
And those were left when those lots were created. I mean, there's nothing you can really do about it. They're just there. If anybody had any questions about those, I just wanted to point that out.
There are several.
That was created when 20-foot right-of-ways were legal, right?
Yeah, that is correct. Mr. Chairman, I would ask the staff if you could forward this to the Commissioner of Revenue's office. There's a lot of lots on here that aren't shown on the tax maps.
Okay.
I think this would help them a lot.
When it's recorded, it goes down there too, then I think this will help out.
Okay.
In other words, Mr. Wright, there will be another source of revenue in that area?
No, they're already getting revenues. It's
It's
not
not
shown on the, there's a number, it's just not shown on the map.
All right.
And actually, this one will be mapped earlier than some of the others. Brandon asked for it. So Billy forwarded it to the DWG, so he's looking at it again.
Okay.
So I think it's already.
Good deal. I think I gave Mr. Morris a heads up that it would be coming. Good deal.
Any other questions for staff on the three? Thank you, Mr. Wright, for your insight. Okay, being none. Moving forward, Chair would like to recognize Dr. Hausman being here. Thank you.
I apologize for being late. I had to go to a Kiwanis meeting tonight because I'm on the audit committee. So I left early.
Certainly hope you got that audited done, that audit. Okay, this time we'd like to open the floor for citizens' time. Being that there are no citizens here, we will proceed forward after that. Mr. Bear, you were starting to say something.
No, sir.
Okay. Under new business, page 5, January, February calendars.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
If I might, nothing outstanding to report there. Just keep in mind, next meeting, February 4th, will be a reorganizational meeting. Obviously, no board members changed this year, so no planning commission members will be changing this year. But first of our meeting, next meeting, we will be having our annual reorganization.
Okay. Duly noted. Any questions about the January, February calendars? Help me out here. County offices are closed on the 21st of January. What?
21st of January is
And the
Martin
18th.
Luther King Jr.
Okay, and the one before that's Lee Jackson.
Lee Jackson on the 18th.
Okay.
Long weekend.
And then in February 18th?
President's Day.
Okay. Any other questions, observations, thoughts? Moving forward. Page 6, water sewer information. Mr. Bear?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just mentioned to you all at the last meeting that I would be including this information for you all to review. Basically, you can see the numbers: water users of 2,240 water users, 368 non-users. And what that is individuals that are within the distance required to hook up, but have not hooked up to the water and pay the non-user fee, the minimum bill each month for water.
Me. Should say.
Chair would recognize Robert.
I've been one of those.
Sewer users are 487 with 184 non-users. The next page shows the water line map, and primarily you see all the blue on the eastern end of the county, covering 52, 94, 618 in between there,